on here. So let me light this Indian incense from India. And we'll get rolling with the, what is it today? Reader in a bad mood tag. Now you might think that this tag was made for me, because I am frequently in a bad mood. No, not really. I try to keep a stiff upper lip, as Gavin might say. Gavin tagged me in this. I believe it's an original tag by Kevin Knowles. Let me see. Reader in a bad mood tag, originally created to explore what happens when readers are feeling a little less patient than usual. And Gavin said I was tagged by Kevin Toll Reads. And it goes on, from avoiding social events to throwing books across the room, or not. These prompts sparked a few unexpected tangents about reading, time management, guilty pleasures, and whether book lovers really fit the stereotypes people often assume. So, yeah, before I get into it, I'm going to pause for 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to take a 10-100, as they used to say back in Breaker 19 days. Oh my God, did I just go back to CB radio days? I don't know. If you know what the 10-100 is, let me know in the comments. But we're getting some heat today and tomorrow in Portland, Oregon. It might reach 100. It's going to be pushing 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's what, 35 Celsius? And then 98, 96 tomorrow, and then back into the 80s. So cool, huh? So I'm in a good mood. Just played my Telecaster. I'm getting new tones out of my Les Paul with just going directly into this little amp. So I'm in I have nothing to complain about. Prompt 1 is interesting. He gives you choices, A, B, C, D, like that, you'll see. And Gavin's video is really funny. He's got that deadpan sense of humor, and it just makes me laugh out loud. So 1, if you're invited to a social function, how do you respond? A, you decline the invitation by phone, patiently explaining you're spending the evening reading, and then quickly hang up. B, you decline the invitation and make up a personal emergency that requires you to leave town immediately for an unknown period of time. Or C, you don't respond and instead cover all the windows with blackout curtains and ignore the doorbell. Wow. And I'm going to go with like Gavin did. Or D, you could go. I would go. I like social events. Prompt 2. Have you ever tossed a book to the ground in disgust, or thrown a book out the window, or shouted insults at the book? Yeah, I've got a book to show you. I've mentioned before that this might be the worst book I've ever read, and that's Bob Honey, Who Just Do Stuff, by Sean Penn. That's right, the Sean Penn, who I like personally as an actor and as an activist. I like him. There's a documentary I just saw on YouTube about him. What's it called? Oh, damn, I forgot. But I think he's pretty amazing. You know, there'll be a hurricane somewhere or some tsunami, and they'll show up rowing a rowboat and a life vest on. And interviewed El Chapo. What's his latest thing he's doing? Anyway, this book, although it has really great blurbs on the back by Sarah Silverman, Bill Maher, Salman Rushdie compared it to Thomas Pynchon, and Hunter S. Thompson would love this book. Really? So, I mean, I need to reread it because I did literally throw it across the room years ago when it came out. There's a sequel to it already, too. And then another story I'll tell you what took place probably mid-90s when The Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett came out. Now, I thoroughly enjoyed that book, and I've read all of the Kingsbury series. There's 5 books in all. Buddy read them with my Ken Follett buddy reading partner who no longer makes videos. And that was Jeremy Fee. His channel was all animated. Yeah, I never nobody knew what he looked like, except maybe his mom. Well, I was reading that book in Phoenix, Arizona on a bus. I was really invested in it. And this is pretty early on, so no big spoiler. One of the characters, they kill him off. Tom the Builder. And when I read that, I went, no! And everybody turned and looked at the crazy man screaming on the bus. And I'm going, oh man, I'm sorry. They killed him. I'm sure everyone understood. Do you think reading is a legitimate excuse to avoid doing things you really should be doing, like the dishes, or going for a walk, or extinguishing a house fire? Now, I know these prompts are all like tongue-in-cheek, sarcastic, but let me think. Do you think reading is a legitimate excuse to avoid doing things you really should be doing? Legitimate excuse? If it's an excuse, it's not legitimate. I'm going to say no, although I have, I don't have, my dishes are done, but I do have laundry I've been putting off for, it's backed up. I got like 3 loads to do now. I've been reading and playing guitar. 4, if someone tells you they wish they had as much time as you to read, do you A, find it insulting but ignore it, B, interpret it as a cry for help, C, punch them in the nose? Well, this one's easy. C, punch them in the nose, because they're being passive aggressive, and I don't have time for that kind of shite in Al's world. No passive-aggressive behavior. Wish I had as much time to read as you do. 5, if there was anything else you'd rather do than read, is it something A, embarrassing, B, illegal, well, it used to be illegal, C, profoundly shameful, or D, all of the above? No. I have a few hobbies, and I talk about them and show them. Like I like to draw and paint watercolor. I've done acrylics too. I've never done oil. I've worked with oil pastels, but haven't done any art in maybe pushing 2 months. But I gotta think of something to do for #Faulkner in August 2026. I've never read the book we're doing next month, Intruder in the Dust, but Gavin Stevens is in it, and he's a lawyer, and I think it's going to be like a trial novel, IDK. But if it is, I can see myself doing a drawing of a courtroom. Last year I did some poor men shooting dice. The year before that was for Go Down Moses. The year before that, what we do, I forget, but I did a donkey, close-up of a donkey with his head over a fence. Let's get to the prompts again. There's no mistakes in art. Well, yes, there is, but you're just messing up a piece of paper. It might be a $5 piece of watercolor paper, but it's still only a piece of paper. 6, do you think reading makes you charming and witty, or paranoid and socially inept? Do you really care? Well, sure, I care. And at different times, it's a curious question. It's made me paranoid and was it say delusional? Mother? Paranoid and socially inept, or witty and charming? Oh, well, I wasn't as witty and charming as, like, say, Oscar Wilde was in his cups, but I thought I was witty and charming in grad school, at least at the parties I attended. 7, when you meet someone new, how soon before you inform them that you like to read books? A, immediately. B, after a few drinks. C, on a need-to-know basis. Pretty much immediately. I've been in relationships, not many, but with women who did not read, like, at all. Just didn't. Well, yeah, we got along in a way. I mean, I get along with anybody, but it wasn't the same connection. Wasn't the same, and I preferred not to. Famously said by, that's right, Bartleby the Scrivener. So then 8 is tag people. If Kevin Knowles did this, he probably tagged Pat at Book Chat with Pat. Gavin's tagged Greg at Another Bibliophile Reads, and a bunch of people. Let's see, I'm going to tag Madeline. Madeline Reads. Who else can I tag? I always tag the same people, it seems. I'll think about it and take some people in the notes below. So thanks for your time, and I'll talk to you later. Stay cool.